This is day 479 of Zohar Pshat, and we're at Daf Zayin of Beis. Rabbi Yehuda, the third line down. Yehuda Beis Atzi V'Lubo. Kosh Baruch Hu was, so to speak, sad in his heart. Why? Because he had to mete out justice to people. It's possible by when in Divrei Yom Beis Chof, when Yoshafat goes out to war against Ammon and Moab. So it says, "But say Sifnei Chalutz," and going out before the vanguard. They say, "Holy Hashem Ki Olam Chazdo." They thank Kosh Baruch Hu. But it says, "Holy Hashem Ki Olam Chazdo." Why didn't it say Kitov here like it normally says, Holy Hashem Kitov? So similar idea we have, which Zohar is going to bring down now, the famous idea of Shira. How could you say Shira when human beings are dying, even though they have to die because they're the enemies of Am Yisrael? But nevertheless, there's a sadness when they have to die. So here too, even though it was in front of the Jews and it had to be done. It was important to be done. It was good to be done. It's tov. But nevertheless, we don't say kitov, right? Because it's not good before HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he has to do this. So even though it's good in the sense that it has to be done, it's not good in the sense that it's not something over which to rejoice. Over the Yudai Kamai Yisrael, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to destroy his handiwork from the Jews. Similarly, Karhaba Yisrael Avin Yama, when Am Yisrael was passing through the sea. Also, Malachi Eloi, the Malachim on high came to make Mashir Makam Kuchabrichu. They sang the Shir before HaKadosh Baruch Hu by Elia. And that night, Amalei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ma'av De Yadai, Tavim Yama, Atana Min Shira. My handiwork is drowning in the sea, and you're going to do Shira? Can't be. Don't do Shira. So it's interesting because there we obviously say Shira, but evidently later on it's okay, but not that night. Not when it's happening. When it's happening, it's not tov. In retrospect, I guess you can't say it's called tov, but not at that point. So the Shas Ma'aser at least. Gedain, like you say, the Krab Zel Zekol Laila. They didn't come close to each other, the Jews and the Egyptians, the entire night. I'm not sure exactly how that's proof of anything. It's true, so it says a pasuk. The Sulam seems to say that it's a remez that L'Krav Zel Zekol Laila means they didn't, the Malachim, somehow did not say Shira at all that night. I don't know how you see that in the pasuk, but somehow or another that's how the pasuk being brought down here. Avchacha here to call Zimni the Ibu Shira Yumi Alma. Any time when the Rishonim being eradicated from the world, there is sadness upon them. So just like in Divrei Yomim and in Shmois, here too there's sadness. Okay, that's one shot. Rabbi Abba Marbashaita the Chav Kami Kuchabrichu Adam. When Rabbi Abba says when a person sits in front of Kosh Baruch Hu over a Pikudoy and violates his commandments, that's Atzvus was on the Averis, not on the eradication of Averis. Amle Kuchabrichu, Hashem says, Vai Adam, man, Vai the Chalash Chelo Elah. You are sapping the strength of the on high, and the Tzur references Eichar Abasi Bergav Piskalam Gil received Tzur Yiladcha Teshi. The Tzur Yiladcha was the Kosh Baruch Hu was being the strength is sapped by doing Averos. You sap the strength Kaviyocha by Kosh Baruch Hu and his relationship with the world. I'm not saying the Tzutzi Oros references this here, but he brings down behind Amru Yazal, Aisha Chashcha Eino Sha'olam, Ficha Alem Mutal Alik Ner Shel Shabbos. And so there's, I guess that's a similar idea that she sapped the strength of the world by diminishing the light of Adam, so therefore she has to light the Ner Shabbos. And that's why it brings down here, that's how it explains what it says in the next line. By Shaita Ischashkas Neira. Chad. I guess maybe he's saying that this is missing from the Zohar here. That here it should be that we should be referencing this mice with Chava in order to explain this mice over here. That at that time there was one light missing from Gan Eden. In other words, light was diminished by Chava. Mi'at Toich brings us Eden. So immediately they were kicked out of Gan Eden. So the sin was what sat in Kosh Baruch Hu, and he had to nevertheless respond in kind and kick Adam out of Gan Eden. Amalei says, "Ana Alisla Ginza Kosh Baruch Hu said to Adam, I brought you in the Garden of Eden, the karva korbanot, to bring karbanos, vapakimas madbecha, and you damaged the karva with the mizbeach. Lois karv karbana, and no carbon can be bought. Mikana halal avodas adama. Go work from now on. Go work the land, because alei misa, and decreed upon death. V'chasale Hakadosh Baruch Hu. There's a whole story going on here with what happened with the death of Adam Rishon. We're about to see. But we'll leave that for next time. Okay, so in the meantime, we didn't see that this idea that Vaitzatz Libo could even mean on the din or on the chet itself.